So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing to clean this Kodak Brownie Hawkeye. There are a few videos on YouTube that show people restoring it. However, I did find them lacking. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. So I just took some alcohol, put it in this cap here. I did watch a video where someone was able to remove these screws, but they said they had a really hard time, and I found the same thing to be true. In fact, they actually just re-threaded. So I didn't bother taking these top ones out. Instead, I just removed the 2 bottom screws and then gently lifted this up. Here's the screws here, and was able to get out some of the plastic, the viewfinder. So they're very dirty. You know, this is an old camera, and so what I'm going to do is then just use this alcohol to then start cleaning around here. I'm also going to take out this plastic piece, which I will show you in a minute. I have already started cleaning the camera a little bit, and it's very dirty, so I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to see if I can bend this up a little bit more and see if I cannot remove the plastic up here, because it's just not coming out. Okay, so what I found was I was able to like bend it and finagle with it. However, what it did slide out, and it definitely needs to be cleaned because I can't see through it in order to take a clear picture. But what you can save yourself from doing is being too harsh with it, because as I was bending it like this, it did take off some of the finish. So now I have exposed metal there. I am able to now access the mirror, so I will use a Q-tip with some Windex and clean the mirror. I don't unfortunately have the regular Windex, but I do have this, and it does clean or dry fast, so I think it'll be just fine. But yeah, I did unfortunately crack some of the finish there. But yeah, so I was able to get it out. So I'm going to start cleaning this, and then at another point I am going to take out those screws so I can access the inside compartment. So here's the progress I made. Here's some of what it looks like now. So as you can see, well, it was clean. The glass is now clean, and there's some scratches on this, but that's okay because that is just for my viewing. It has no effect on the picture. This was the dirtiest part, but that makes sense because this is what is out towards the outside. And my viewfinder, I was very happy with this. This came out really well. This was very dirty, and it was very hard to see what I was taking a picture of. I have yet to take a picture with this, but I have the film, and I have the actually the flash bulbs coming. So the bulbs, how they work for this, they're one-time use. So you take a picture and then you throw the bulb away. Very wasteful, but I'm really excited. I got them on eBay. Inside here are actually 71-year-old batteries. So I'm gonna have to dispose of those very carefully. And so I did try cleaning this up a bit. It looks a lot better. The only thing I used was 70% isopropyl alcohol, some Q-tips, some of these flat 100% cotton pads, And then what I'm going to try and do now is remove this nail polish. I'm not sure why the owner put it here, however many years ago, but it must have marked something for them that made it a little bit easier to function, like use it as a function for the camera. But anyways, that's so far the progress. Okay, I just have to show you like how easy it has been to get this nail polish off. So that was like no problem at all. So I might be the only person that has someone that put nail polish on their Hawkeye Brownie camera, but yeah, it came off like a charm. So I successfully was able to take out those two screws, clean the lens. I did, once again, use the isopropyl alcohol to clean the lens. There was some white fluffy stuff everywhere. I guess it actually wasn't fluffy. In the end, when I was cleaning it, it did feel more like sand, which is when I wonder why this probably got abandoned. So one thing to note about using alcohol on the camera, if you can see the alcohol, be careful when using the alcohol on the metal finishes. The alcohol does take off some of the, I don't know what to call it, the coloring of the metal. So that's one thing to note. The alcohol doesn't affect the plastic, but it does react with the metal and the tarnish, I guess you could call it. Another thing is when I took off when I used the acetone on the plastic, it makes sense that it does react with that. So it's hard to see, but it does. I mean, of course, it looks great right now, but there is a little bit of color difference. It's not really showing now, but there is a little bit of color difference on the knob. Oh, there we go, maybe in this light, with the acetone reacting with this. It doesn't bother me. This is just for my personal use, and I picked this up in an estate sale for, I don't even really remember how much. It was cheap. Also, I noticed because the acetone works so well on the plastic, I did use it to get off this mark that was right here previously. And I was just more careful using the acetone this time, the nail polish remover. So it cleaned up the plastic really well. So I used it to clean up this, and then I used it a little bit more on this plastic here to clean up. But just be careful because it will kind of dissolve the plastic if you're not careful. And so I did have some oxidation on the slider here that opens and closes this box. And what I did is I just made a really thick paste of baking soda and water, and I'm hoping that it will help remove the rust. It's been sitting for about an hour or two. I know that you're supposed to leave it overnight. However, I am quite impatient, so I'm going to probably go take it off. I could see maybe just grabbing one of these here and just taking a peek now and seeing what it looks like. Oh wow, it's kind of already starting to look better. Like a lot better. So this was like pretty much all orange and rusty. I'm not really good about holding the camera and doing this, which is usually why I put the camera down. Also, I'm left-handed, so let me switch. Okay. It's like looking a million times better. I wonder if I have pictures from before of what it looked like. Wow, night and day. So I'm gonna say yes to the baking soda bath and the water for the rest. So once again, I only left this on for like an hour or two, but if you can just imagine this was all orange and rusty, yeah, it looks a lot better. So one of the biggest mistakes that I did make was when I was trying to clean up this. I did a really good job, you know, cleaning the lens and all that, but I couldn't figure out how to get these top screws out. And so I bent this forward, which then cracked a little bit of this. It's not gonna have any effect whatsoever on my pictures. So if that's the worst I did with this project, I'm okay with that. However, I did watch another video where if you want to take out these top screws, now remember, some of these screws have been in there for like over 50 years, so you know it's not always going to be the easiest, but you can lay the camera down sideways, however you want, like that, and unscrew them like this. And what you can do is have a flat head in like this, and your Phillips, unscrewing it, and apply pressure going this way while you're unscrewing, and maybe you can pop it off that way. They are still tricky. That way you can avoid unscrewing these two and then bending it up, which is what ultimately gave me the crack right here in the metal. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna finish cleaning this off. It looks like it completely got rid of all my rust there. I'm gonna clean it up and then I'll show you. Okay, here it is. It wasn't perfect, but considering what it looked like before, this is pretty good. I'm happy with it. And I mean, you'll find a lot worse as far as rust on a brownie. Very excited about it. Mine did also come with the Kodak flash holder. I did just put some new batteries in it. Really kind of a cool thing that mine came with was, I already took them out, is that it had July 1953 batteries in it. They're actually stuck together. I can shake it, they're not gonna come apart. So that was cool, the photo flash battery, original in them. So kind of fun to see some old batteries, put the new ones in. Like I said before, I have the flash bulbs coming. I'm excited to use it. Excited to use my camera.